Hello, Tottenham fans. Well, since we've got some players back and we're starting to get a fuller squad now, players coming back from fitness, from injury, um, I was just wondering to myself, who who is our best 11? What players would you put in our best 11 now? Because for me, our best 11 is probably a little bit more different to it was at the start of the season. And I think Ange Postecoglou will choose this sort of team if, let's say, we had a Europa League final. I think this would be the team that he would pick. There's some in here that has a chance of being in the first 11, depending on form. But if everybody was on form, this was what the 11 that I would pick. And after I picked my 11, I realised how strong our bench is as well, and how strong our squad actually is when we've actually got players available. So let me just go through it. So in goal, I would put Vicario as the number one goalkeeper, and I think we can all agree with that. He showed a commanding presence when he came back against Man United. This silly narrative that he can't deal with corners, I thought he dealt with corners very, very well, and he has done throughout the season when he's been playing. Um, he's a leader. He's constantly talking to his defense, which really helps, in my opinion. I just think he's the guy at the moment that's going to be our number one, and Kingsky's going to have to wait a while, and Kingsky's young, so that's okay. And at left back, I'm going to put in Udogi when he's on form. He's a very, very powerful wing back, very good on the ball. When he starts running at you, he's very, very hard to stop. And so when he's on form, he's a very good player. And we luckily Spencer's played so well that we haven't missed him too much. But yeah, he's a very, very good player to have. Left centre back, I'll put Van der Ven. Van der Ven, when he's fit and he's on form, he's not only good at sprinting back and stopping counter attacks, he's also good going forward. For example, when he sprinted past the whole of the Man United team and got an assist, I think he did that again, but I can't remember who it was. He's done it twice this season already. He's a very, very good player, and he just needs to stay fit more. They've got specialists on him now to try and sort out the reasons why he keeps getting hamstring problems, because he was getting these hamstring problems before he came to Spurs too. So hopefully, if he can sort that out, he can turn into a world-class player. Then I've put right centre back. I've put Christian Romero. Christian Romero made a lot of mistakes at the beginning of the season, to be honest, but he's just got that little bit of class that we need at the back. He knows what he's doing. He's a World Cup winner, but it's not what we missed the most from him is the playing out from the back. When he's on the ball, he's so comfortable on the ball, and he's threading the ball through to the midfielders to start attacks every 5 minutes when he's got the ball. So his pass completion rate is pretty high too. So he's hard in the tackle. He's a good player, and he's actually good in the opposition box too. So Christian Romero for me goes at right centre back, and at right back, this might be a shock to some of you, but I'm going to put in Jed Spence. I feel that Jed Spence is good going forward and good going back. I feel he's better at defending than Power is. He's more athletic. He's good in the tackle. Not many people get past him. Salah and Saka are even struggling with him, and he was playing out of position at left back. So I feel that he can really thrive. Imagine Spence on the right and Udogi on the left, and they're both just sprinting up the pitch at you. It would be it'd be like the Danny Rose and Kyle Walker that we used to have. So I'd put Spence at right back. In the DM position, this could have gone to anyone because we haven't really got a DM. I almost put Archie Gray in there, but I can't because we haven't seen him in there yet. It's a position I feel that he will take up eventually, but for now, I'm going to put in Bentancur. And the reason why I've put in Bentancur, people say he's not playing to his best standard yet, but there is reason to that. I'm going to stick up for him a little bit because he did have a long-term injury, and whilst he was trying to come back from that, he got a 7-game suspension. So his games stopped starting all the time. When he came back from suspension, then he got a concussion and had to miss another game. And then when he finally did start getting a run of games, he was playing every single game and getting burnt out. So once he can start rotating Bentancur, I think we're going to see the best from him. So in the 8, another one that could go to anyone, to be honest, but I'm going to put in Bergvall just because he has taken his chance with both hands. He's been playing so well. He never stops running. He's strong in the tackle. He's good at keeping hold of the ball. He's technically better than Sarr and Basuma. Basuma makes too many mistakes. There's a reason why I didn't put him in. I know Bergvall does make mistakes, but he's just, I don't know, he's just looking a lot better at the moment. So he's going to have to go in my number 8. In the number 10, again, this could have gone to one of two people, but I'm going to give it to Kulu. Kulu on form is sensational in the number 10. He has been playing some brilliant football in that number 10 role. But with Maddison on form as well, Maddison is a very good to be in that number 10 role too. So Maddison could easily go in that number 10 role, but I'm going to give it to Kulu. If Kulu started going out of form, I'd easily put Maddison in and I'll be happy with that. On the right wing, now I know it's not his position, but at the moment we haven't got many options, but I'd rather have Odegaard on the right wing than Johnson. So Odegaard is a very, very skillful player. I know you could have put Tell in there as well, but he's more of a number 9 for me. So I'd put Odegaard on the right-hand side. He's very, very skillful, very fast. I just want to see what he can do. I bet him on form would be a massive asset to us. It's like getting a new signing with him because he's hardly played this season. And in the 9, I would put Solanke, not Tell, for now. Solanke's put in some brilliant performances. His work rate is insane. His hold-up play is really good. His link-up play is really good. I've been really happy with his output this season. He's been he's been the perfect number 9 for us, to be fair. But Tell, could take his place if he starts hitting a bit of form, but we'll see. On the left-hand side, I know Sonny's been a little bit off it, but Sonny has to go on that left-hand side. He's got the experience. He's the captain. He's still got it for me. He just needs a bit of a rest, and I think he will come back even stronger once we can rotate him with the likes of Werner, Odegaard, Moore, Tell. We can rotate him, so there's a chance that we can still see the best of Sonny. So that's my first 11. It's a very, very strong 11 in my opinion. And let's just listen to who we would have on the bench. I know we couldn't fit all these people on the bench because there'd be too many of them. But let's just tell you who is not getting a game. So Kingsky, obviously, sub goalkeeper. And for me, he's a good sub goalkeeper to have. Then you've got Porro as a substitute right back, which is pretty decent. Bring him on in the second half with about, half an hour to go. And he can start like pinging balls over the tired defender's legs. The reliable Ben Davis. Then you've got Dragushin. I know Dragushin's injured at the moment, but when he comes back, he'll be on the bench too. Then you've got Danso, who for me has impressed me quite a lot so far this season. So Danso is a good substitute to have. Then you've got Archie Gray, and he can cover literally every single position on the pitch. Then you've got Sarr, so you can bring on for energy if you need it. You've got Basuma. And you've got Maddison, you've got Tell, Johnson, Werner, and Moore. So even on the bench, there's some strong players on the bench that, has a chance of being in the first team. Like Porro, I'd say for me, Porro, Tell, Maddison, Basuma, and Danso have all got chances of being in that first 11. So we are starting to get a strong squad. So if you think about it, this squad is stronger than a lot of people are saying. And, add to that in the summer and get rid of some of the deadwood. For me, we need to get rid of like Werner. We need to get rid of, I'm saying that, it's just Werner for me. Well, I'd say Basuma is on his last year of his contract. So maybe Basuma will be heading out the door. But we've still got chance to strengthen this team, strengthen this squad. So that's it for me. That's the 11 I would put out. It's going to be quite debatable, I suppose. But let me know in the comments what first 11 you would put out, and tell me why. And come on, you Spurs.